West Bloomfield endorsed candidate for the 14th Congressional District, Representative Gary Peters.
The endorsement. I'm honored and privileged to have the endorsement of the West Bloomfield Lakes Area Democratic Club. Thank you for that support. We've got, what is it, 2.5 weeks to go, a little over 2 weeks to go. I can probably tell you the exact hours, but that would look like I'm following it too closely as we go forward. But I appreciate your support as we gear up for the primary and then onward into November. Just a little bit of a briefing of what's happening in Washington, in the House. Not much, because the Republicans are in charge. We're not doing anything of any substance to speak of, which is why it's so important we get out and try everything we can to do to make sure that we take back control of the U.S. House of Representatives, which is absolutely essential. We're building from something that I was very pleased about. I want to give credit where credit's due. You won't hear me complimenting the U.S. Supreme Court very often, but we do have to give them credit for doing the right thing when it came to the health care bill, to make sure that was constitutional. But to think that that is over is a mistake, which is why it's so important for this race, is that there are folks that still want to unwind that health care reform bill. You know, something that I was very proud to vote for, although I was told that I would probably lose my election if I voted for health care law, given the fact I had all those Tea Party people and all those Republicans in the 9th District, as you know. But I proved them wrong. You can vote for health care and you can get reelected. All you got to do is stand for your principles. And now we have to continue to do that, go forward. I mean, what we've done in Congress this last week, actually this was 2 weeks ago now, we had a vote to dismantle the health care, to repeal it. The Republicans just don't want to let this thing go, even after the Supreme Court has moved that forward. So we had another vote to repeal it. It was the 31st time that we have voted on a repeal of health care. Well, I will tell you, I was very proud to vote no once again on the repeal of health care. And I told the Republicans that's 31 times now I voted no. If I have to vote 60 times or 100 times or 200 times, I will continue to vote no. It is a right in this country, and it is a firm principle as Democrats as to who we are, is that it doesn't matter who you are or where you live, you have a right to affordable health care in this country, and we will fight that every day going forward and will not let it go. But we have to make sure that we're not just taken to the House, obviously. We've got to make sure we're there for President Obama. We don't know, as Mark mentioned, we've got these super PACs. They're going to put unbelievable amount of money into this race. So the only way that we're going to be able to counter that is by having people power. And we're certainly seeing that at the picnic here today. I understand this is the largest picnic of West Bloomfield Club, is that right? The largest picnic you've had? So congratulations to the club for doing that. We're bringing out that energy. We've got to continue that momentum. As Mark said, Michigan is absolutely critical for the presidency, but it's only going to happen if we're out knocking on doors and getting involved. I will wrap this up to be fairly brief. I know you got a lot of speakers here, but I'm going to say there's a good way to get started to get ready for the fall, and that's by helping the Gary Peters campaign in August of 2007. My race is just in the next 2 weeks. We have a sign-up table. Zaid is my volunteer coordinator. Hopefully he's been hassling you already to help out in the campaign. But we need volunteers to go out to really turn the vote out in 2 weeks. You know, I've been blessed with some great endorsements. I got a great endorsement from the Detroit Free Press last Sunday. This week we got the Jewish News, the Oakland Press. It's continuing. We've got every major labor union in the state of Michigan. I've got a list of the major pastors in the city of Detroit that have endorsed. So I've got great endorsements, but that doesn't matter if people don't actually get to the polls and actually vote. So we need your help to reach out to those supporters that we know that we have to make sure that we can make that difference come August. So it has been a privilege and an honor to represent West Bloomfield for the last 4 years in the U.S. Congress. We've gone through some big battles. We fought some folks that folks didn't think we could beat, like Mr. Joe Nolenberg, but we did. We beat him. Republicans want to mess with me, but we're just saying, you know, you can't mess with me. We're going to keep coming back. I'm going to still be in your face. I'm going to be fighting for health care. I'm going to be fighting for organized labor in this country. We're going to be fighting for an American middle class. You can't draw me out of the district. I'm going to stay there. I'm going to keep fighting, and I'll do it with your help. Thank you.